Well, they added the Mario Land there at.
Yeah, that's why I want to go. That's why I want to go.
Exactly.
It's coming. It is coming to Florida though. In the next couple years, they're building
Epic
it right
Universe.
now.
They're opening the third
Epic
gate
Universe.
there.
That's right, Fitz. And they have Donkey Kong Land there as well.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah. The mouse is
like
going to be
you guys are
shaking his
big.
boots.
You guys are big theme park guys.
Yeah.
That's something I
not in a weird way though, in the cool way.
Yeah, not like I'm buying a house like at Disney's private like
Disney
property,
adult.
like true Disney adult. But it is my beige flag, I would say, for sure. There's a fascination like within the infrastructure of how a place like that fucking runs. I like that inside baseball kind of stuff. And I also once read a book that was very extensive about the inner workings of like the Disney hierarchy during the Michael Eisner era. It's some fascinating shit, man. I'm telling you. Beige flag type stuff.
It's quite the operation. I gotta
What's
say.
your beige flag, Liam? What's your
beige flag?
Yes, to people who aren't aware, a beige flag. How do you define a beige flag?
It's like it's not.
It's like autism, kind of. I feel like that's sort of how. Like boiling it down, it's like a hyper fixation that you have that's like innocent.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah. Is the fact that I work in social media a beige flag?
No, that's a red flag. Actually, that's
I was like, it's not good. I didn't know if it was fully bad either. But
your beige flag might be.
Is it the smiley bit? Is that my beige flag?
No, I was gonna say maybe just like your ability to like you're a meme connoisseur. I think maybe
my meme collection, my camera roll.
Well, what my extensive T-shirt collection, perhaps.
Yep, your John's.
That's a good one.
My John's.
The John's collection.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Yeah, I saw Godzilla, Liam. Godzilla.
I saw it. Yeah, you enjoyed it.
Yeah, good picture.
Yeah, it was real good.
And you saw that out, Jake, out in California. We got a time difference going on right now.
We do. Yeah, it's only 5:30 for me over here.
How's the jet lag? He flew all the way back just to record tonight.
No, I'm good. I'm on LA time now. I'm rocking.
You getting a good tan?
No, I hate the sun.
Oh, that LA traffic in the background there.
Yeah, that's not even me.
No, that's me. I got some asshole's alarm was going off.
That's just Brookline Ave,
Christ almighty. Someone set another car on fire out there, I think.
Jake, has Liam brought up Babylon to you at all? At any point?
I want to.
No, he's told me he's gonna watch it while he's there.
I am gonna watch it. It's a bit of a time commitment, so I got to find the right night for it.
Yeah, it's a solid 3 hours.
He's seen it 15 times. So,
and even when I watch it, I don't watch it in full just because it's so long.
Yeah, maybe I'll split it up. I definitely am gonna watch it while I'm out here, though. The pictures, the talkies.
Yeah, we're recording on a Monday because
pictures.
Monday recording here. We're releasing Wednesday, so if anything happens on Tuesday, I guess we'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Not like anything fucking happens anymore. I mean,
well, over the weekend things happen, and we can talk about comments made over a certain weekend, a winter weekend, as a matter of fact. But it's good to have the gang all back together, even if it is a Monday. It's just the fellas hanging out. That's Jake Goes Hollywood over there, over in sunny California, aka Jake, joined by Joey Gathright, aka Liam. I'm Devin Barrero, aka Fitz. And this is Pod on Lansdowne. Once again, full happy family, back here in the flesh, talking Red Sox. The offseason that is slowly creeping towards an end, just a couple of weeks away from pitchers and catchers.
I was going to say the offseason
mercifully
the offseason that won't end. Yeah.
Again, it still feels like there's like 45 free agents still kicking around. It's crawling, but the finish line is in sight for this offseason, which will then start up what seems to be a fucking long season for the Red Sox again in 2024. Gear up, guys. It's going to be a great freaking year, especially if you ask Tom Werner. They're really sky-high expectations, even still, after these last couple of months. It's exhausting, gentlemen. We sit here post-winter weekend, which we need to go to next year, I think, by the way. I think that's one thing we learned this year.
I don't know. Are they even going to have it next year at this rate?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right?
Well, I mean, even if I was available to go this year, I don't think anything that has transpired the last 6 months would have been like,
Inspired you.
yeah. I mean, hey, God bless everybody that went. It looked sad. It looked like a sad affair.
Yeah,
there.
in the
I
Mass
thought.
Mutual Center.
Wait, that's where it was.
When wa-
Yeah, Springfield.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was at the casino.
It used to be. I think it's been at Springfield. This may
Last
have been
couple
like
years it's been
the
in
second
Springfield.
year at least.
Oh, I went to it at Foxwoods back in the day.
Yeah, that's where
like
you met.
the OG.
Who'd you meet?
Yeah, me and Gary. Me and Gary.
No, player.
I met Pablo Sandoval. Oh, Ryan Hannigan at the
Ryan
in the
Hannigan,
Junior's
thank you.
Cheesecake.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Right. Yeah.
My two
thank
photo ops that day were listen to these good ones. Pablo Sandoval, Rusney Castillo. Those were my two
Legends. Legends.
legends of the game.
Did you get Rusney's ear side with his ear?
With his
Hey,
bunch of crunch.
Come on,
The cauliflower.
Yeah, what is that? Cauliflower ear? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was that though, because it wasn't like directly on the ear, was it?
Oh wow, Sydney Sweeney's on Hot Ones this week.
Thank you for completely
Who would have thought?
taking it into a.
Sorry, that
different
just came. I mean, that's terrific, huh?
Red Sox legend.
direction. Red Sox. Thank you very
Red
much.
Sox legend. There you
I
go.
was gonna say Red Sox ace Cindy Sweeney when that was like.
They should let her come back.
What's the worst that can happen? They're gonna lose 30-2 this time. Like it's
She was there because they were. That's what movie they were filming in Boston.
Don't tell me it's Madam Web.
It is Madam Web.
Oh
That
my
is-
god,
Yeah,
that's fucking terrible.
yeah.
Wait, where in the city did they film it?
They shot it.
Or was it like Black Panther and they shot stuff in Worcester and they were just in the city?
No, Black Panther shot some stuff in Boston proper, didn't they?
I feel like the entire.
I think
car
in like
chase
MIT
scene was-
they shot some things, but regardless, no, Madam Web they shot in like. Maybe it wasn't exactly Boston. It was in Mass. I mean, I'm like most of the outdoor shots in the movie are in Mass because
Oh god,
they're really giving those tax breaks for. The
I can't
film
believe that
industry.
movie's coming out.
Yeah, when is that dropping?
That's February 20 something.
That's the
There
most.
will
January movie.
be a Cinnamon Lansdowne
For Madam
Madam
Web.
Web.
I'll be there. I'll be there opening night.
It looks like
Yeah.
the most January movie, and it's just not dropping in January though. So, defying the odds.
January and February are sort of one and the same for movies.
Well, I feel like February you get like a school vacation in there a little bit. You know what I mean? It's not totally freezing.
Yeah, the only good one in February I think that I'm excited for is Drive Away Dolls with
What is
Margaret
that?
Qualley, Matt Damon's in it.
I gotta be honest, I haven't even heard of.
I don't know, the trailer. They're starting to. Well, it was a COVID delay or it was a
Strike.
SAG and a strike delay. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
it had gotten trailers and then it got delayed. So then they pulled everything. But
Guy goes to LA for like 1 week and he's bringing out all these deep cut movies on a slim.
okay.
Art house films. now.
But anyways, winter weekend for the Boston Red Sox, because that's where all there has been to talk about recently for the Red Sox. I went long on a return article to Over the Monster regarding the
Dip the
comments
quill.
made. Yes, yeah, dipping the pen, the pen in the ink, quill in the ink. 1,500 words or so about the comments from Tom Werner, and I wanted to start there, gentlemen.
You did 1,500 words on that?
Maybe it was like 1475, but
Ooh.
call it 50, round it up. Yeah,
Ooh.
I did not think it was going to be that long. I thought I was going to get like a solid like 750, 800. Nope. Went hard on Sunday morning,
Doubled it
tapping
up.
away. That gif of Kermit on the typewriter, that was me. I guess I wanted to start with the simple question to you fellas. Why does he think that we're fucking idiots? He thinks we're fucking morons. I mean, I understand I'm not necessarily breaking any news there that the ownership thinks we're stupid, but it's baffling that he keeps trying to fucking pull this shit, walking stuff back, not being 100% truthful. I think he's completely full of shit. And I had my boiling point. I've had it. He thinks we're fucking stupid. I understand that now that I understand that's kind of charged to lead things up. We can get into the specific comments.
No, I
but
mean,
he does.
I don't know. I mean, it's par for the course. I mean, when have they ever been fully transparent with us? Come on now. I don't
know what
want
I
to be like pretends to be shocked.
You know what
but
this weekend really
every time they get us somehow, some way.
This weekend really gave me some perspective on who won, plain and simple. He won.
Larry Lucchino.
Lucchino, yeah. He got out.
for
He
not
got
being
out
there?
when the
Yeah.
going was good. he fucked off, made the Woo Sox, and now you don't hear from him now. I mean, that's like, his legacy is like spotless. It's like,
Is it though? Bobby Valentine. That's a Larry Lucchino special.
they won 2 rings after that.
I was
Fuck
going to say
off.
the small state big takes guys are going to be very upset that you just said that his legacy is spotless after the Paw Sox met their demise.
The Woo Sox quite a success though.
Apparently, they're already selling them. Did you guys? See that?
They sold them to. Well, yeah, it's the same people that own like the Sea Dogs and the Salem.
It's like some group that keeps buying.
Yeah, no, I just you never. I mean, what year did he kind of step back? Do we know?
Was it around like 2011?
It's definitely after 13, but before.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's after because he was on stage.
After 13? Oh yeah,
for 13. He 15. After 15, he stepped down. Damn. Yeah,
15
I mean,
tough.
God bless him.
But anyways, Werner over the weekend, just running through some of the comments here, walking back the full throttle stuff that we already kind of touched upon last week, but he added to it on Friday before the Cinco Ocho show, which, I mean, you have to bring back Winter Weekend just for that. You need to let Jonathan Papelbon have a couple more drinky poos and host his own Jay Leno style type of a show. But Werner said on Friday, according to Nesson here, quote, "A lot has been made of 2 words. For me personally, full throttle is that I approach every year expecting us to be competitive, using all the levers at our disposal. That could be acquiring talent through trades, free agency, building a core, having a stronger pitching staff, and having a stronger coaching staff. We weren't good enough defensively last year. When I was saying full throttle, I admitted that it wasn't the most artful words. That applies to my own life. We are accountable to our fans. We're not happy, as Sam said, Sam Kennedy, of course, for our performance last year. We expect to be better this year." He says we're accountable, but he makes 15 different excuses during the entire weekend. Oh, if we had better defense, we would have had like 9 more wins over the year. He suggested that over the weekend as well, which is a ridiculous notion.
Well, I heard someone from the.
I heard that not Jake, to defend Tom
Jake,
Werner.
It's a ridiculous notion to go from 78 wins to on the doorstep of the wild card just for league average defense. I understand the defense was awful, but a 9-win
in his
jump
defense of that
fucking
comment,
crazy.
He did say someone from the front office told him that.
I think that person in the front office is wrong.
Or it's just John Henry.
I mean, what? I mean, there's got to be a stat that like tells you that. I mean,
but also there are like 15 different defensive metrics that no one agrees like which one is the right one. Yeah, it's not as defined as offensive stats.
All right, here's where I'm at with all this. I think the reason this is so is sort of it's complicated, but it's not. You know, like people want to win. That's not complicated. But to me, I think if the roster is currently constructed, was just like dog shit, like a fucking Pirates or something like that, I think that'd be one thing. But the fact that they're not adding to what is probably like an 80-something win team, like that, the roster's not awful, and I think that's where everybody's hung up. Like, just fucking sign one decent pitcher, and like you could get into the wild card. Like, if you
get Montgomery, this is suddenly like. Okay, 85 to 90 win team.
Yeah. Like, and I'd be upset if they sucked complete ass like a Pirates or like the fucking Rockies or something. But it'd be a different sort of upset where it's more like, wow, this all went to shit, instead of like, guys, man up. Spend
stagnant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to mention, the 2024 payroll is expected to be lower than the 2023 payroll, according to Sam Kennedy over winter weekend. But to kind of borrow a take from our fearless leader, Dan Secator, he said it on the Monsters of Sox podcast on Friday before winter weekend. You don't have to be 100% all in, like championship or bust every single year. There is some value to be had about just trying to put, generally speaking, a better product onto the field. That sounds very elementary, but it's not what we're seeing right now. Okay, clearly starting pitching was a major issue for the 2023 Sox. There's something to be said about actually going out and say, okay, we've actually tried to improve this now. And that doesn't totally seem to be the case. Sure, Giolito could go in and eat innings for you, but no one's really looking at this 2024 rotation and seeing it as leaps and bounds better than the previous iteration. And again, like Jake suggested, it's not a bad team. Again, we've seen this offense go on flashes for a week or two at a time where they're like they can hang with anybody on offense. So to
my
have
one
that,
critique to that, Fitz, about
Yep.
the offense right now, Turner and Duvall are currently not on the roster. So do we
Right.
even know if the offense is actually going to be as good as it was last year?
I actually feel reasonably comfortable in
I
saying.
mean, a lot of the key players are still back there. Like Casas is presumably, you would hope he takes a step
I
forward.
think Devers
step
will have a
forward.
better year. He it's like just
He still drove in like what 100
his slash
times?
line.
He still went
Nine?
30 and 100. Which,
Yeah.
Yoshida, another year to get acclimated to MLB ball. Maybe he's more comfortable. Maybe he takes a step forward. Durant, if he can build on his last year, maybe Story can give you something to go with the good defense up the middle. Maybe. I mean, I'm that big qualifier. I understand, but still.
You brought up Duvall. Who just said that? Liam. Yeah.
That was me.
And so people keep throwing his name like, oh, that'd be a nice little fit, like DH or whatever. Is Tyler O'Neill not does he not serve the exact same purpose that Adam Duvall would?
I think you see a lot of Abreu talk. Like, I forgot, it may have been Werner or Kennedy.
Yeah. Warner said
suggested-
400
Warner was like,
ABs.
he wants to see
400.
400
So, like, are you just going to be platooning him and O'Neill?
in right?
That's what I'm thinking, potentially. If you're going to get him 400 at-bats,
No,
what-
does that mean,
d-
or does that mean
Duran-
there's no DH and
Does
Yoshida?
Duran have decent
Right?
splits? Do we?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't know either, because I mean, you could
I can
also
pull
do
it up.
like you could also do
Williams or Saka.
against lefties. You could put both. You could take Duran. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I've it's been a rough few months, guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
just,
Duvall for me at least, like that's like, it's not a necessity. It would be more because I don't know. I mean, it does feel like the outfield is still awfully crowded, and Rob Refsnyder's still got a contract.
yeah,
That is so funny. That's so funny. That's
One-year
Time's
extension.
funniest move, I think.
extending Ref Snyder.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
I
that
mean,
contract?
Duran against lefties.
It's like 1 year, $4 million or something.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if you really want,
I mean, you could just eat it if you want, but it's
could eat
just
it,
funny. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Maybe
Yeah, so
not. Maybe you can't eat it now. Now that we're acting like we're fucking poor.
Duran against lefties, not very impressive. He's only
Okay.
got 110 at bats.
That's right. I always forget Cora
compared to-
is scared shitless of letting lefties
He-
bat against lefties.
Lives and
Yeah.
dies by lefty righty.
It's like
But yeah, no.
Monty Burns in the softball episode. He takes out Strawberry because of the platoon swap.
It took Casas having to become like the
God.
third or fourth best offensive first baseman in baseball for Cora to be like, we can let him hit against lefties.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets a little treat every now and again. You can go
Alex
against
Cora,
the
I'll tell you what. Speaking of Alex Cora, I'm so confident in that Dodgers prediction now. I said it offhandedly 2 weeks ago. I would bet real money on him managing the Dodgers in 25.
Just another Dave Roberts disaster class in October.
Well, it doesn't even need to be a disaster class. I'm fairly certain if they don't win the World Series, Roberts gets fired. Like
I understand what you mean, and I could definitely see that. I also think in the context of the Dodgers, considering that they spent a billion with a B dollars this offseason, or committed that much money, I should say, it would be a disaster class if they didn't. I would say even maybe if you lose the World Series, you can kind of be like, okay, well, at least we won the pennant there. If they don't win the pennant, then yeah, like, what are you doing with Dave Roberts at that point?
I mean, that's baseball, Susan.
Well, Susan, in life, all things must come to an end.
I think I said this on the show, but what if Ohtani is awful in the playoffs, like Mookie and Freeman? What if that happens?
He just stinks.
He just stinks. We don't know. We have no.
We have no idea.
We have no idea. Did you see that every team in baseball? You guys don't Reddit. I'm outing myself as a Redditor right now, but there was a Reddit post.
Thank you for the gold, kind stranger.
Yeah, on our baseball, where every single team in the MLB has won a playoff game since 2010, except the Angels.
That's nuts.
And it's fun. Like Trout's rookie year is 2011, which makes it even fun. Like that completely overlaps with having a top 10 player in the history of the sport. 2 for some of it.
Yeah, potentially the guy who ends up being top 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If,
Yeah.
His career keeps going the way it's going for
Very
the Dodgers.
funny. Very funny organization. Fitz, you didn't even do our intros. You didn't do our intros today.
I did. I most
Yeah,
certainly
you
did.
introduced us. Yeah.
Okay,
Did you black out there?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It's that he's on LA time.
I'm on LA time. Yeah,
It's much more laid back there, casually.
laid back, man.
California. Yeah,
I will say this about Full Throttle though. Tom Henry saying, or
Tom
Tom
Henry.
Tom Warner.
They got married. Do you think? Do you?
He's the only
Wait,
one that
time
shows
out.
up anymore.
Good tweet. Good tweet. Good
riff,
tweet
Tommy.
idea. Good tweet idea. The picture of Werner and Henry. Do you think they've ever explored each other's bodies? Fitz, is that a main or should I do that from the Percy?
I didn't bleep it, so I think you should do it.
Okay, here, do it right now.
Let's
That's a good one. That's a good
here,
one.
here we go. Here's another one that you can do. The myth of consensual sex. It's John Henry and Tom Warner saying I do, and then Sam Kennedy's there saying I don't. Is there someone?
Oh wait, so I just realized Sam Kennedy that you just brought Sam Kennedy up. Is Sam Kennedy what he's Lucchino's job?
No.
Is he?
I don't
Right?
think
Isn't
so.
Sam Kennedy
'Cause,
the
like, Sam's
president
not
of the Red Sox?
Sam's not technically part of ownership though.
I don't think Lucchino
I think he
actually was either.
Yeah, I think he's a minority holder, Liam.
Kennedy is?
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't think
I
Lucchino
thought I
was in
saw
any
that
meaningful
in Fenway
way.
Sports Group on their Wikipedia page when I was writing the article yesterday. I wanted to make sure like how much, of the ownership stake Werner had, and he has the second most individual shares. It sounded like, or however they explain it. Right? I'm not a fucking business guy. I'm a podcaster sitting in a basement doing a Red Sox show with with a USB mic. What do you want from me?
Maybe you're right though, because like I always remember Larry and Theo would kind of.
Yeah, that's
They
what I'm
had
saying. I don't think Lucchino. Which so if that is the case, if Kennedy is Lucchino's, if the same role, is there a bigger gap in like juice that two team presidents have ever had? No.
No, I can't think of.
No, I mean I will say that, and I don't. I was gonna bring this up at some point. Like Sam Kennedy, I feel like he's getting a ton of shit right now, and
No,
he's, like,
I don't think
suddenly
he,
like
he
on the
obviously
offensive.
has no autonomy, but it is funny to make fun of. Like it's a funny job.
Like,
that
he's
he
just
has.
a figurehead.
He's
just a
Smithers.
figurehead.
Again,
It's
I'll
like-
say what wants to
it's-
say. He's Waylon Smithers.
It's
funny that he
absolutely
literally-
a thankless job.
He probably makes zero decisions, right?
Right, he shows up to the press conference. He's a
But he's
voice
got to be the
for
ball
ownership.
guy.
He shows
You know?
up and he just gets kicked in the balls 40 times a day. That's his job.
As long
So,
as
like-
that check clears, man, I'm sure he's still
Yeah.
fine taking it.
His comments where he was like, he's like, if you don't think we're doing everything we can to build a winner, like you're a liar. That's total BS. Like I was generally surprised that he became that vocal, or like at least came across that agitated, because he's not that guy at all.
Yeah. But even then, that still feels like that feels like a fake sort of a pushback. That doesn't feel genuine to me.
Well-
Oh, you're a liar if you don't think that we're. What do we
No,
have to
'cause-
go off of to like be like, okay, fully put in faith in that, Sam? Like, I understand he's not making those decisions and he has to be a fall guy in that sort of a situation. But why should I completely buy that at face value? Nothing that has been done in the last couple months or last couple of years should give that benefit of the doubt where I should be like, oh, okay, 100% what he says is Bible there.
Well, I guess at least from where I'm coming from with Sam, like I think those words you heard where he's like somewhat upset, I think come from a genuine place. Whereas, know, well, just because I think like, and Carabas tweeted it the other day, it's like, he's a local guy. He grew up a Red Sox fan. Like
Good kid, local kid.
he actually gives a shit. Whereas John Henry and Tom Warner, they're not from here. Tom Warner was working with Bill Cosby, and John Henry was growing up in St. Louis.
He was what?
So,
Jake leans across. Jake's
so
ears just pointed.
Can we get that in writing? Is that in writing anywhere?
Ow!
but so I don't know. I feel bad for Sam because he's getting a ton of shit just for, being the guy we're killing the messenger, basically. Whereas I think the messenger actually cares. The ones providing the message, on the other hand, they no sweat off their back.
They're certainly more apathetic. I would give you that much for sure. But I'm not shedding a ton of tears for Sam Kennedy there. But again, I understand that he's kind of have to fall on that sword a little bit there. So we'll take a quick break here. There's some more stuff about Tom Warner I wanted to bring up. And it's
okay. No, I'll wait. My thing's about Tom Warner and Full Throttle again. I got one more point.
Yeah, we're getting
just
we'll get that. I'm not done with you, Mr. Werner. All right, I wrote that article, but I'm not done with you yet. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We have returned, Pod on Lansdowne. Jake, Fitz, and Liam, the trio of your favorite pals, back again, reunited, and it feels so good. Follow us on Twitter. The show is at Pod on Lansdowne. Jake is at Jake Wallinger. Liam is at Liam Fantasy _. I am at Fitzy Mo Pena. If you've got a question or a comment for the show, and this is the moment of the week where I always forget to check the voicemail line beforehand. Like when I start doing the read, I'm like, oh shit, what if we did have a voicemail and I just didn't check? But we don't have any this week. Ho hum. But if you want to change that, you can give us a call to our voicemail line. It's 617-420-2431. Don't know if Jake has to pay extra for long distance dialing on that nowadays. We'll look into that if he wants.
Does that exist still?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
For the most part.
Internet,
I mean, like, if you're calling, like, international,
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But, like, if I were to give you a call right now, I wouldn't be getting the long-distance rate, I don't think.
Call me.
I think you're fine.
Give me a ring on them digits. Again, the number for our voicemail box is 617-420-2431. Liam, you can go first with your Tom Warner slander.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't really like anything of substance. I was just gonna say the fact that he said Full Throttle is more like
way of life.
A way like a way he approaches life. Like I'm just picturing Tom Warner has like Full Throttle tatted on his chest or like on his knuckles.
Brass knuckles, Full Throttle, yeah. Imagine he's like some help.
That was really it.
Some self-help.
That's all I had.
He's like this self-help guru, and he has his own book where he's like laying up against a wall and his arms are crossed, big shit-eating grin. It says Full Throttle, the Full Throttle method, like how to improve your life in 5 easy pull
Full Throttle,
of levers.
The Tom Warner story.
Yeah. I was born in a log cabin. One of the other comments that really stuck out to me from Warner, and again, this kind of goes into, I think, his lack of, again, accountability, him being genuine, him being sincere. Like, there's some contradictory statements here, and I wanted to get your thought on this specific thing. During winter weekend, Werner touted the 4 championships that the ownership group has oversaw since taking control of the team. 04, 7, 13, 18, of course. He goes, quote, "When I last looked, we won 4 World Series, which is more than any team in baseball since the year 2000. Of course, that's true. And very grateful, of course, for those 4 World Series championships. He then, at a later point, I don't know if this was before that or after that comment, but they were both made during winter weekend. He mentioned that, having the highest payroll in the league is not a direct correlation to winning championship rings. Quote was, I think you all know that the prize at the end of the year doesn't go to the team with the highest payroll, which that in a vacuum, sure, fine. Like 100%. You don't win a championship ring. You don't hang a banner for winning the offseason, quote unquote. The Dodgers haven't won anything for 2024 just yet, of course. But it's insincere to suggest all that, to put those things together after you were just saying, last I checked, we won 4 championships, when they were among the highest, if not the highest spending team in terms of payroll on opening day for all 4 of those championship seasons, and as if they weren't in the upper echelon in the league in any other year where they advanced far into the playoffs. Writing my article here for Over the Monster, they were either the highest payroll or the second highest payroll on opening day in 04, 07, 13, and 18. And since 99, any year that they at least made it to the ALCS, they were in the top 6 in the league in opening day payroll. Again, potentially as high as number 1 on a couple of occasions. So I guess all of that is to say is that, like, again, I think it's just like it's not a sign of accountability being shown by Werner. I'm curious what you guys sort of think about that or anything else, related to this topic. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Take it away, Jake.
I wasn't
gonna cut.
Next week.
He. All right. So Tom Warner, billionaire. Yeah, sure. He doesn't need to have accountability.
Of course he doesn't need to, but I would.
So I think it's like, to him, who cares? Like, why bother? You know? I mean, he's at that point. I don't think he gives a fuck. Like, these people are ants beneath me. You know? I think he's at that point in his. I mean, how old? That's another thing that's pissing me the fuck off at all this. Can they just die? I mean, they're both pretty old now, aren't they?
Right.
Let's see.
Like,
Tom
why are
Warner's
you nickel and diming it at this
73,
point?
Which
Who
is?
is?
Shocked. Tom Warner's only 73.
He looks
Which
good
is
for
shocking.
that 73, actually.
He does. And John Henry's
It's
only
the full throttle
74.
method of life.
74. All right.
Yeah. I mean, Henry looks worse than Tom by like 10 years.
It ain't easy.
It's riding the green line. Lucchino's 78. Not that he's still involved, but
I miss him. Tom Warner.
No, you do not miss Larry Lucchino.
I do miss Larry Lucchino.
I don't think you do. I think that is grass is always greener situation.
No, it's not grass. I mean, the grass was greener then.
Fair enough. Maybe we do miss him.
The grass was greener.
We'll put out a poll. Do you miss Larry Lucchino?
There's no grass.
Return. I'm gonna become a return guy. For
Yes,
Larry Lucchino.
Yes. Not to you certainly don't have to give Tom Warner any credit, but it is funny that he showed up to Winter Weekend. What do you think those conversations were like between him and Henry? Like, dude, you gotta go. Like and it's not Henry's.
They expect one of us in the record.
Yeah, one of us has got to go, and it's not me. That's like,
yeah. As the principal owner, I am not going to be going.
I'm not there, pal.
Well, the Play Tessie guys. Shout out to the Play Tessie guys. They mentioned it. They were there at Winter Weekend. I'm pretty sure they said Werner fucking left the Cinco Ocho show, and then
like halfway
afterwards.
Through, right?
Yeah, and then afterwards they had the fucking Tim Wakefield ceremony, like honoring Wakefield, and everyone knew that was coming, and he still fucking left halfway through. So yeah, he showed up, but he couldn't even stomach staying there the whole time.
When's the last time it was this bad? All of it.
I mean, 12 was real bad.
Yeah, 12 was like a real hot mess.
I think 12. I mean.
That's fair. Yeah.
12 was it was so catastrophic.
And they didn't have a farm then either.
Yeah, and it was just the 1 year, and of course in hindsight they had 13. Yeah, Xander.
No, I mean I understand with hindsight, but I mean like in the moment, yeah, I guess 12. Yeah,
12 was really
one a decade,
bad.
we're good.
15 was stinky, but it's just it's just not a great year. And
no,
then
you had the kids. It was exciting.
Exactly, right? Yeah, this is worse than 15. I would still say probably 12 is the worst experience of it. Just how much of a laughingstock. Like, just a complete laughingstock of the entire league in 2012. That was a mess. Yeah. But this is tough. This is, again, it's apathetic from the top. You know what I mean? And I do think at the end of the day, and people, we mentioned last week, we don't have to relitigate the whole, Fenway boycott thing one way or the other. And people have suggested fans are going to be apathetic. I don't really necessarily completely buy that, because I think people are too smart to be apathetic about it. I think they're just going to be really pissed about it. I think a baseball fandom is too entrenched in the Boston lore, the Boston culture, where people are just going to be like, is what it is.
I think people will be apathetic until the playoffs end for the Bruins and the Celtics. I think through April,
that will
May,
cover them.
Hopefully June, they'll be like, yeah, who gives a fuck about the Red Sox? Then they'll come back to their Red Sox.
We give a fuck about the Red Sox.
They'll be ass, and then they'll get upset. Like, what the fuck is this? What's going on over there?
Yeah, what the fuck they doing over there?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. People are there for the entire season. I don't buy that. I think people are going to keep being pissed, as they should. They're 100% within their rights to be upset about this shit. Like myself. Not happy. I hate to sound fucking Felger Mazzy, sports radio caller-y right now. I try to shy away from, reactionary shit like that, but at what point, something's got to give with this bullshit that's being shoved down our gullets, Liam. I'm not. These are the bad times. Quote Henry Hill. This is the bad time.
Sorry, I'm just being distracted by Larry Lucchino's Wikipedia page.
Wait, you know what? Maybe this is how we switch to vibes of the pub. Let's distract you about
he's
Lucchino.
my dog. I don't know why you guys are saying you don't miss Larry. He's a
That's my
fucking
dog. That's my dog.
That's my dog.
He has actually an insane resume.
Yes.
Did you know he has?
He's with the Padres, right?
He's got but he has 5 World Series rings.
Dog.
The 4
Well,
with
what
the Red
does
Sox.
he get? He got one for 18.
One with the he got one for 18,
Oh,
but he's got a 5th from the Orioles in '83. Because he was president of the Orioles from '88 to '93, but I guess he was in the organization before then. Also, he has a Final Four watch because he was on the Princeton basketball team in the '60s.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
He has a Super Bowl ring.
When Princeton went on their run last year, he was interviewed on some. I remember seeing like
Really?
somebody. Yeah. Yes.
So I mean, the man's decorated.
He is.
Wasn't he like a huge reason why it was such a rocky ending with Francona though? Lucchino. Am I remembering that correctly?
In Francona's book, he ripped into Lucchino. I don't.
There you
They
go.
definitely
Listen,
did not.
fellas.
Yeah, not my
fellas.
dog then.
I'm a results guy. Okay, I'm a results
He's a
guy.
Larry guy.
Terry, God bless him. I love him.
Jake's like, listen, they can make up as many drug rumors as they
Series.
want.
They did win a World Series 24 months later. I mean, I don't know. It's like it's
It's a good point. It's a good
yeah.
point. Last note on Larry Lucchino. So he graduated from Princeton in '67, and then he went on to receive a
Nobel Peace
JD
Prize.
from Yale, where he was a classmate of Hillary Clinton.
Whoa!
No way!
The final nugget. So
Oh my god.
That's great.
there you go.
Larry. I mean,
Imagine
he coined the evil empire. I mean, that's a resume right there. That's so cool.
What if Lucchino was on the 2016 campaign team for Hillary Clinton? Let's game this out a little
Larry
bit.
Lucchine go to the polls. Does that work? Does that work?
I don't know about
Brother.
Larry Lucchino. That fucking shit-eating grin she does, kind of looks off to the side. Oh, I'm gonna nail this. Larry Lucchino go to the polls. That might be the episode title.
Well, that was a in memory of Larry Lucchino, a remembrance.
Well, he's alive. He's still alive.
He's only 78. So
Yeah.
Larry, come back.
Well, what all right, let's change gears, guys. This has been 40 minutes. It's been very sad. What's something you're excited for in the next year for our Red Sox?
I got 3 words for you, as a matter of fact, that you mentioned
Oh.
this, because I just read something today.
Okay.
Brian Bayo's slider.
Sure.
Report here, I'm pulling it up. He said during winter weekend that he's been working on commanding his slider during the offseason and plans on making it a, quote, significant part of his mix in 2024. That's according to Ian Brown. That mixed with the drive line hires they made, Andrew Bailey cooking in the pitching lab. If he's able to develop that as a legit offering to go with the changeup, to go with if he's more sinker oriented, that's exciting. Maybe it's more of a put away pitch for him. I would like to see him strike out some more guys. And if the slider is a way to do that, sign me up. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I just read that today. I was like, oh, that's a exciting little development. I'd like to hear that. So yeah, Brian Bayo's development via the slider.
Great. That's a great one. Liam?
I'm also similar.
No, Liam, you can't give the same answer.
No, it's not the same answer. It's
Okay.
it's just on the pitching side of things. Nick Pavetta's sweeper
Oh,
is
there
what
you
I'm
go.
excited for. I think
Okay.
Cy Young votes are headed Nick's way. I'd like to put money
Is
on
that
it
your
now.
bold prediction?
Okay.
That's my bold prediction. My early bold prediction.
One down ballot vote, I'd be fine
All
with
he
that.
all he needs is one. All he needs is one.
Yeah, Cy Young votes. That's all.
If
Always
Chris
funny
Martin
to-
can do it.
Exactly. That's always funny to be like, oh yeah. I'm just trying to think of the most John Halama actually got Cy Young votes in 2006, and it was like 1/10 place vote, but
It still counts.
On the ballot. There you go. So yeah, the sweeper for Pavetta. I mean, him just in general, can he consistently put together like high quality outings? Because we've seen this from Pavetta, this song and dance before from him, right? Where it's like, oh, he had
the
this
flashes
like one
have always been there.
really good month, and then it's like 2 months of it's not great.
Just give me 6 months, Nick. Hey, it's a contract year too.
Can you give me 6
It is
more
a
months?
contract year.
It's a contract year for Nick.
We'll ask you
6
those.
more months.
Yeah, he's going 30 and
we'll get
32.
to tomorrow when tomorrow gets you. Jake, what are you excited for?
I got 2 words for you. Meyer, Anthony, Teal, must see TV.
Charles Barkley. Must see TV.
Must see TV. Seriously though, I am going to be a box score.
He's only going to. He's going to get the minor league.
Yeah, I'm going to get the
MLB
MILB TV. I'm going to be such an ass, like bringing up every episode. Guys, I don't know if you saw Meyer drove in 3 last night. Just like, that's all I got. I really, the 3 of them, I hope they become, I hope a beautiful friendship. Looks like it's blossoming. I hope it continues to blossom. The 3 of them. I hope they all excel at everything. And I hope that they're up. I think they should just call all 3 of them up in September. Have some fun.
Let them learn together.
Crazier things have happened.
Yeah,
I mean,
why not?
The thing. I mean, if they were somehow to hit on all 3 of them, let's just say that
They are.
That's,
Heim Bloom Hall of Fame.
They are.
Yeah, right.
All 3 will be at least. All 3 will be starters. 2 will make All-Star games.
In what? 25?
No, in their career
At some point.
Just overall career. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And one, and the third one will still be very good, but maybe have some injury troubles.
It's pretty specific.
So Meyer.
Meyer, probably, yeah. Well, he's only had the one thing. If the shoulder's okay,
yeah, the shoulder will be fine.
We can put that away. But I'll tell you what, as a shoulder. As a guy with shoulders, with
Shoulder
not good shoulders, that shit doesn't go away. That is concerning. You have that for life.
Yeah, but I mean, it's risky to say, oh, we're waiting for all 3 of those to really make our push. Like I get why they might be thinking of that, but if they do hit on all 3 of them, that is, I mean, goes said, that's
sorry. Total side note. My mom just sent me a picture
of Larry Lucchino.
The text is listening to Jake's new buddy, and it's Newt Gingrich on Fox News.
Oh
okay.
No!
Quick break now, because I think we've exhausted the Red Sox stuff. I cannot believe we haven't gone this far, because now that we actually have the man on the show, we need to get into the Newt Gingrich story.
Oh,
if you
last
missed
Red
it
Sox
last
note.
week, last Red Sox.
Just last thought. We need to be making trips out to Polar Park this summer. 100%.
We have to see Smiley.
We have to.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure the 3 of them. I'm certain the 3 of them will be there by August.
Oh, yeah.
July.
We'll be there. We'll be at
Get
Polar
one of them
Park.
on the pod.
We will be there no matter what.
Marcelo might be harder to
Polar
get.
Park on Lansdowne.
Teal, get Teal on here. Teal on the program. Pod on Worcester.
People forget Marcelo does still follow the Pod on Lansdowne account.
Yes, yeah, because you bumped into him in Fenway.
I did, and I told him to follow it, and then we DM'd him, and he didn't answer. But he does still follow us.
They still follows.
Yeah.
Still counts.
Try again.
Yeah.
Still counts.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. Newt Gingrich time after the break. All right, we are back. For those who missed it last week, elevator pitch. Jake hops off the plane at LAX with his dream in his cardigan, and who does he see but Newt Gingrich, 1994 Republican resurrection hero himself. What happened? Tell us the story here, Jake, because this is like a Pod on Lansdowne fever dream that became a reality.
I did have my smiley hat on as well, which is an important
yes,
part.
that is the funniest detail.
Perfect as stars aligned.
Yeah, so I landed at LAX. I got off, I had my carry-on, I was headed for back. So the gate, like the tunnel. I come out of the tunnel and then I take like another 15 steps maybe, look at a sign, like where do I go? And then when I drop my head back down after looking at the sign, I'm not kidding, he was standing direct. I actually saw his face-tuned wife first.
What's her name? It's like Ambrosia or something is her name.
Ambrosia. I don't think it's Ambrosia.
It's something along
but I
those
saw
lines.
her first, and then I quickly was like, I know who that is. And then I looked to her right, and there was Newt. And I immediately grabbed my phone. I was like, I cannot let this moment pass. I grabbed a selfie, and I was like, Mr. Gingrich, could I get a selfie, please? And his wife kind of tried to like, Newt. That's weird. That's even weirder.
It's funny.
I don't ever say Newt out loud in public. And his wife, I think, tried to like shoo me away a little bit. Like, oh, we got
Which,
places
by the
to
way,
be.
I don't mean to interrupt. Callista.
Callista.
Yeah.
Callista
Well,
tried to.
There are two prior wives as well. So.
Yeah.
What are their names? They got cool names too.
Marianne and Jacqueline May Jackie.
Yeah, Callista's a cool name. Callista's like sounds like a Pokemon boss, like a gym leader. Ambrosia. She was kind of like, oh, we're busy, and Newt was like, yeah. I don't think he's not all there now, but he took a selfie with me.
Probably the noise he made too.
Yeah, he took a selfie with me, and then I went on my way, and I immediately texted you guys. And that was when I knew. That's when I knew LA was a special place. That was literally my first. I was in the city for 3 minutes, and that happened. So that was a very exciting.
That's when Jake said, "I'm never coming back."
I forget if I said this on the episode last week with you, Liam, or if I said it into the group chat. That is the perfect person to run into the airport because it's famous enough where people know who we're talking about with Newt Gingrich, but it's just obscure enough that makes it funnier. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I ran into Trump. Oh, you know what I mean? Like that's like, oh yeah, that'd be crazy, but it's not as funny. I feel Newt Gingrich just randomly at baggage claim. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he pointed to my hat and he was like, "That's an old friend of mine." We canvassed for Reagan together.
He funded my presidential campaign. Didn't really work out, but
Smiley runs a PAC.
Yeah, super PAC.
Super PAC.
Super PAC Smiley is what they call him.
He's my campaign manager. You know, he didn't love his strategy. He skipped the flyover states, but
he put all his chips in Ron this year. It didn't work out.
So
yeah, we could talk about that. Fucking Riverboat Ron, High Heel Ron.
Oh yeah, Ron, Meatball Ron.
Meatball Ron. Again,
Ronzo.
I have another story I could tell, but it might be too crass for the pod. Do you want to clear it, Fitz, before I go?
Is it a celebrity?
No, I pooped my pants this morning.
Oh!
It's Kike Hernandez moment.
Like a very little. It was more of a skid mark, really, but in my sleep, I pooped my pants.
Oh, at least it was like in a controlled environment.
So what happened last night? Did you get like food poisoning?
I don't know, but I had awful explosive die.
Oh, and you were throwing up?
I threw up like twice, and I was dying. And then at like 3 a.m., I managed to fall asleep, but I thought I had to fart, but but it was like
I'm gonna be outing these just like not because it's like so crass or anything. Like, I don't want people losing their lunch.
Graphic.
No. And I woke up. It woke me up immediately, and I was like, oh fuck! Like I knew exactly what happened. So I got up. I got in the shower. I threw the underwear out. I was like, I'm never wearing those again. They weren't even that bad, and they were dark undies anyway. They were black, but I was like, I could never look at them again.
You just gotta toss them.
Yeah, and then I woke Sophie up, and I was like, hey, like I shit my pants. She was like, oh, okay, and then she went back to bed.
Oh, great.
She didn't listen to me, so I had to talk to someone. So I called up my boy Newt to talk things over. He comforted me.
And then, but that really humbles you, though.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
I woke up this morning. When I woke up, and I was like, that was.
Did you feel really thin though?
No, no. It wasn't like that. I wasn't like emptying my body.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think it was. I really don't know what it was. I don't.
When you're in that situation, it's exhausting. It makes you so tired.
It really is.
It's. Like
I once had a a real. So I don't think this was a stomach bug. I honestly don't know what this was. I did have a real stomach bug junior year, and I lost 20 pounds.
Oh,
Yeah,
20.
That's nuts.
I had nothing, and then I mean, like, you gain it back like instantly.
Good summer
'cause
diet.
just
Yeah.
eating. Yeah,
No.
but I lost 20 pounds in a night. It was
In a
fucking
nut, like doing the Daytona 500.
yeah. I was like Clay Buchholz on the mound in Atlanta.
Yeah. Do you know how much 20 pounds is, man? That's a fucking lot.
Dude, I
lot
know.
of weight.
I felt good after too. I was like, ooh,
I bet.
yeah,
Slim dick with your cute ass.
yeah. So that was my story.
That's bodily functions on Lansdowne.
I don't know. I mean, listen, guys, it's the off season. The Sox don't do fucking anything. I mean,
Yeah, what do you want us to do?
I've resorted to telling stories about shitting my pants. I mean, look at what John Henry has done to us.
We've resorted to gross out humor from the late
out
90s and early
We're going for
aughts.
shock value.
Judd Apatow comedy over here. We could do a Q&A soon. We haven't done one of those in a while.
Yeah, maybe next
Do a
week.
little. Should we do like a truck day mailbag?
Truck,
Oh my
yeah.
When is
Or-
Truck
or-
Day actually?
I don't know. First week.
Liam,
first,
you'll
second
do
week?
stuff for Truck Day, right? Like you'll.
Oh, I'll be
you'll
out
go-
there. I'll
All
get
right,
out there
that's
early and
awesome,
take some
dude.
pictures. It was freezing last year. It was
He's
so
gonna-
cold.
Liam's gonna lay an IED.
Yeah, there you go. That's well, that one's an actual plea.
I'm gonna set up in my window as they're pulling out.
Take the shot.
Jesus.
With Smiley and Tessie riding in the front seat.
Oh no.
And last year
Magic
they had him in the trailer as they were pulling away.
In the
think-
trailer? How'd they get him out?
Like horses? Like when they transport horses around?
There
Do
was
you
some,
think?
like,
Do you
it was
think
almost
Wally?
like a float, I think.
Do we know if Wally and Tessie like have like motor functions? Like,
What do you
like-
do you think they could operate heavy machinery?
yeah. Like, are they smart or are they like stupid, dumb monsters? Like,
Well, I mean,
I mean, they wear
the fanatics
clothes.
can
They-
drive
they
an
wear-
ATV.
Yeah, I was gonna. They get themselves dressed in the morning. They can tie their shoes.
I guess I was thinking the reason that question came to me when Liam said they were in the trailer. I was thinking of like dogs in moving cars, how they can't stand that well. So when they shift around. So I was imagining Wally like trying to plant his feet in a
confused.
moving trailer.
His legs just shivering back and forth. He doesn't know what to do. Again, my instant thought was like when they transport horses on the highway, like they put them in like those big carts there. You know,
Yeah.
that's what they call it the Wally bin.
It's the only safe way to transport them.
Yeah, they get feisty, they get agitated when they're nervous. You know what I mean? So they have to be in a controlled area.
Yeah, Wally's
You
a
guys
fighter,
ever ride a
I've been
horse?
told.
I've never ridden a horse.
No, horses scare me.
Never
They're
ridden a
so
horse.
big.
You scared of horse? That's a phobia.
I
That's
rode a horse on a beach. Turks and Caicos. It was a magical experience.
No, that sounds
That's cool
magical.
as hell.
He's like Fabio.
Yeah, I wore a white flowy shirt.
I'm not gonna say
We're,
White
we're
flowy
selling
wig.
jeans.
Yeah, it was cool. It was special.
To bring it back to theme parks, this relates, I promise, the beige flag.
Oh.
Did you know Fabio was brought on as like the guest ambassador of a roller coaster at Busch Gardens in Virginia? I think they called it like Apollo's Chariot or something like that. And it's like an Italian themed roller coaster. It's like Busch Gardens, Virginia. I've never been, but my understanding it's like one big sort of Epcot, Jake. You know what I mean? Like, different areas based on different countries. And so for Italy, they had a roller coaster. And so at some point in the roller coaster, I could probably look this up, but like I think I don't know if it was a seagull or like
I know the picture you're talking about.
a type
yeah.
of bird.
Oh, when it hits him and fucking
Whacked
blows
him in
up.
the fucking face,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
his nose
and he's
is all-
bleeding and shit.
Yeah,
right?
he pulls into
Yeah.
the station on the roller coaster and blammo, like a fucking bird hit him, and I think it broke his nose. So
Yeah.
we were talking about theme parks earlier. We're talking
Well,
about
here,
Fabio now.
I'll tell you what. Riding a horse on the beach and like when it really gets moving, I think that's the most not. I think it's such a like real human. Like I want to like hunt. I felt like I wanted to hunt. I wanted to.
Primal.
Yeah, yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. I was blanking on it. It was very primal. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what it's all about. Yeah.
Who's the guy on TikTok? It's who just like eats raw meat all the time with the big
A
beard.
Liver King?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jake's
no,
gonna
not
become
no,
the,
no, no,
Jake's
not
gonna
like
become the
that.
liver
Not
king.
like that. Not like that.
Primal.
But I don't know. We should maybe if the pod goes really well, we can all get a horse and we can ride them together.
You got to figure out a name for him. I'm sorry, I was looking up the
Pod.
Fabio.
Pod on Lansdowne. Those are the 3 horses.
Yeah. Here comes Pod
or
around the
we'll just buy a horse, name it Pot on Lansdowne, and enter it into like the
Kentucky Derby.
That's good.
Preakness.
Triple Crown.
What do you think's the shittiest race we can name a horse for? There's got to be something cheap out there.
We'll just get one for like Keno.
Can we like sponsor a horse?
Yeah, one of those digital ones, or like one
digital horses.
One of the horses at like the the theme park games where you squirt like a water gun into a hole. You know what I mean? That one of them could be just. All
right. This is a great bit. Let's rattle off some horse names. Here comes the pizza.
Oh.
Okay, so you're talking about
Here comes the pizza bullpen band. I don't know why that's the second.
Yeah, like the bullpen.
Pablo Sandoval's belt.
Pretty good. Pablo Sandoval's belt.
I'm trying to think of like
full throttle.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, full throttle is an amazing
That's
one.
great. Yeah.
Easy. And here comes full throttle around the stretch. Followed by Saltomachia.
Cowboy Up.
Cowboy Up
is
good.
a great one.
A good one.
Sure. I'm trying to think of like an iconic call, like on a home run, like
Time to Party.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
What did Veritek say to A-Rod during the week? We don't hit 220 hitters, so name it like 220 hitters.
Who is Kareem Garcia?
Who is Kareem Garcia?
I want to fuck Sandra Bullock.
I would like to go on a date with Sandra Bullock.
These are good. We should put out a graphic with these.
Get beard.
Get that.
Oh,
yeah.
El Guapo? El Guapo would be a great name for a horse.
Manny being Manny.
Manny being Manny is a fantastic one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Muddy Chicken.
Muddy Chicken.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Laser Show.
Oh.
Chicken and Beer.
Oh, yeah.
And here comes Chicken and Beer on the stretch.
That's good. That's good.
Five Aces.
No, he's the ace.
He's the ace.
Ace. Yeah, that's what it would be. Fuck, that's good too. I'm trying to think of like early, like those like 04, 07 got like if there's anything good. Bloody Sock.
You could probably do like Cocoa Crisp.
Yeah, they're just some
that
players.
just works on its own. Yeah.
Name. Yeah.
That's why I said Saltomachia. You know, that's.
These are good. I think we've got something here.
We're cooking there. We just need the money to buy the horse, and then we can have the people vote on it.
We're gonna buy several now. We got so many names we can roll with.
Have our own stable.
We're gonna the next Bob Baffert.
Bob Baffert. I was gonna say yes. Yeah, thank you. I was trying to recall his name off the top of my head.
Please, anybody reply with horse
good
names.
Red Sox related horsey names.
That's the emoji, isn't it? That's
so
the
it's got to be a horse.
A racing horse.
Yeah, I think they have one where like a jockey's riding a horse. I think there's an emoji for that. Yeah. Either that or like the regular horse head one. Fielder's choice on that. Before we go, I just want to confirm the Fabio situation. I want to get my facts right here. According to Wikipedia, I got the name of the ride right. Fucking yeah, beige flag like you read about it. It is Apollo's Chariot. On March 27th, 1999, an event occurred that became known as Fabio's quote-unquote goose incident. It was a goose. During a promo event, Fabio was seated in the front row of the inaugural ride of Apollo's Chariot roller coaster at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. He was accompanied by more than 30 women dressed as Greek goddesses. So like maybe it was based off of Roman times, you know what I mean? But then
it's called goddesses. What? Apollo's Chariot?
Yeah, Apollo would be the Greek version.
It's a Greek god. Yeah.
Is that the Greek version? What's the Roman version of Apollo then? No, Hermes. Hermes is the Greek one. Apollo would be the Roman.
What is
god,
he though?
Like messenger god.
Oh yeah, Hermes. Yeah, Hermes.
Yeah, it's got to be Hermes, right?
Yeah, that's Carl Weathers.
Yep, there you go. He was accompanied by more than 30 women dressed as Greek goddesses. Once the ride ascended to 73 miles an hour, Fabio claims a flock of hundreds of geese flew by, and one of the geese was sucked into the ride. The goose died, and Fabio descended the ride with blood on his face, possibly from a nasal injury. Multiple reporters alleged that Fabio was hit in the face by a goose. The video that remains is filmed from the ride entrance. I thought it said front. Jesus Christ. There was an on-ride camera, but Fabio claims the camera was never found. His injury required 3 stitches on his nose. Some sources claim the incident represented a shift in his career. On the morning show in 2021, Fabio clarified the situation, and I quote Fabio. Actually, the bird hit the camera, and a piece of the metal of the camera flew and cut the bridge of my nose. And that was a miracle. But they were afraid of me suing Budweiser, and so they blamed it on a bird. But actually, the bird hit the camera. The bird never hit my face. I was very fortunate, very lucky, because I needed 1 stitch. Now, it said 3 stitches earlier there, so... You call it down the middle? Is it just 2 stitches?
We're gonna blow this whole thing open for Fabio. Do a deep dive.
I do have clarification on Apollo, by the way. He's the only god in the classical pantheon of Greco-Roman religions to share the same name in both Greek and Roman traditions.
Oh,
there you go.
So, there you go.
I stand corrected. I thought it was Hermes.
Hermes was apparently named. I just had it here. Well, he had a different name. I'll tell you that.
Dave.
In Rome. Jeff.
My friend Kevin. Yeah.
Cocoa Crisp.
Yeah. Exactly.
Saltamakia. So, all right. I think is that going to do it, gentlemen? Anything else?
I guess.
I feel like God wants to
I'm
fucking do something.
I mean, we
got an hour. We got an hour.
Yeah,
out of this.
no, I know. I mean, I know. A lot. Some of it was,
bodily functions.
Shitting my pants.
geese.
Yeah, but
Well,
hey, we got there.
I guess if we wanted an extra 5 minutes, are we buying any of these? Like, where are these rumblings of Montgomery and Gary Sanchez?
It's that new guy. We've got a new Pepin. What's his fucking name? This guy.
Like everybody's talking about Gary Sanchez the other night.
Yeah,
There's like some people talking about Montgomery again. Like, I feel like I've shut the door completely on any other moves being made.
I'm done.
Winter.
Yeah,
I
this
feel like the
have.
roster's set, right? Am I crazy?
I think you could sign a pitcher, but otherwise, yeah.
This is all we got. Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming.
I just wanted to.
The Cavalry is not coming.
This is all there is.
The only thing I saw from the Gary Sanchez thing, it just gave me an excuse, Jake, to make a Lionel Hutz reference with Miguel Sanchez. I just switch it to Gary Sanchez. I mean, that's all I really took from that. I don't think Gary Sanchez is coming. Right-handed catcher who, you know what I mean, to replace Reese McGuire. I don't.
Well,
I don't know.
I imagine you could cycle him into DH.
DH as well, yeah.
Yeah, that's just like the fit sort of made sense, but
we're talking ourselves into Gary.
I think if anything else happens, Kenley's getting traded. That's all I got. Guys.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That would be bigger move, and then from there, whatever they do with the money. Yeah. Now, of course, that's going to happen Tuesday night as we record on a Monday, and then we drop on a Wednesday.
100%.
Hey, if that happens at any point in the next couple of months, we'll figure it out. We'll do right by you folks. So, in the meantime, though, that's going to be it. That's going to be it for this edition of Pod on Lansdowne. We thank you very much for taking time out of your day or evening to sit down and shoot the shit with us to enjoy this conversation. So, for Jake in Parts Unknown, for Liam in Boston, I'm Fitz. You've been you. We'll talk to you next week. Go Sox, and obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
Obey your mother.